Welcome back to another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. This week we cover special guest Meg Lemon joins us. It's tax time for the Summiteers, shout outs to some interstaters, and of course much, much more. Come along for the ride.
Ruby opens up. Heyman is back. It's time to do the business.
Now, if you're new to the podcast and have listened before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do your efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. Now, there's a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high that we'll probably shame ourselves because we're not as fast as you. Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your Summiteers. Alex.
Hello.
So close. Kashi.
Ciao, ciao.
Meg.
Hi there.
And I'm the Wang. Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to another RADelaide Summer podcast.
Yes, as always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week. Kashi.
Gonna copy pasta your face.
Not me. I'm normally far first.
When? No, I've changed it around a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, change it around.
Okay, all right.
Just going to make up the difference of my boring week.
It's been a good week. Good week. Lots of had a week free, sort of dad duties. Hockey on Friday. They got up. They still played in the rain, which I was so actually happy about. No, hear me out here, right? This generation is so just entitled, and I feel like they don't want to do the hard work. As a very stereotype, not talking about elite athletes here. So it was really good that she loved it, and she, was hungry for it. So it was super cool. Apart from that, did a fair few hours training. I don't really know, actually, but I was on the world's greatest training platform.
Trainer Road?
Trainer Road, yes, correct.
Second best.
I need to get fit, so I asked myself the question, do I want to succeed? And I was like, yes, I do. Especially when Alex and I are going to be doing masters. So,
I'm going to smash you with this microphone.
So angry.
So, it's been a good week. Mountain biking twice this week as well, which was great. Great to get the confidence back.
Good weather for mountain biking.
Oh, today was delicious. Oh, and then we had a standoff with a kanga. That's what happened today. Yeah. This big bloody, what are they, big grey?
Big grey, yep.
Yep. Was just sitting there chomping his grass. And I think that he thought I was going to cut his grass. Yeah. So we're just waiting there, and he was like giving us side eye, and I was like, okay, we'll just chill. And I'm like, okay, we need to get going. Let's go, because we're on Chambers. And I'm like, look, I'll grab this rock and I'll throw it in a... Wait. There's no animal cruelty here. There's a big puddle kind of near him. So I'll grab this rock, and it was probably as big as a shot put.
Yep.
So I oofed it over right in the puddle. It was great. Made a good splash and everything. He fucking turns to us and just goes, squared up. Yeah, squared up. And I was just like, well, that fucking backfired, didn't it? So Maddie and I went up like this big berg where it was 6-minute climb, average gradient of 20.3.
Sitting down.
Yeah, sitting down. Yeah. So it was spicy.
And you wouldn't have had to go up that if the kangaroo would let you go past?
No. So all in all, it was actually quite good.
That was me in disguise.
Yeah.
Just to
they
send
need
you
about
up the
3 of
climb.
your house to launch this gentleman was. So, but yeah, it's good. Then climbed this afternoon. It's been good. So all in all, amazing week actually.
Good stuff. Not so much amazing weather.
What about you, Wayne? What did you get up to? Screen time?
Weather was shitful this week. So I clocked up 21 hours this week, 806 kilometres, and 740 of that was done on Zwift. Monday through to Friday and Saturday was all on Zwift because of the shit weather.
The listeners at home, Meg is looking very strangely perplexed at Wang. Just to understand the psyche of what the fuck he's doing that many Ks on Zwift.
It's just a standard week, as we know. So, Monday to Friday was just Zwift every day. Yesterday morning, we did the Asia 130 for people who do know Zwift, the world's
spicy, that
#1 training platform. We did that yesterday morning.
Were you in A or the sandbagged
There
B
was
group?
no A, so we were all in
sandbagged.
We were
B
all in
group.
B because there was no A. It was actually a pretty good group. Lots of Adelaide guys in there. So myself, Hoffy, Tully Hickman, Ryland Dowdle.
I know.
Who else do we have in there? Nick Lewis. Yeah, so it's about 6 or 7 Adelaide guys. So some good banter. So did that yesterday morning. Had a massage yesterday arvo, and then did another sesh in the arvo after that. Hey,
Where'd you go get a massage?
no, proper remedial. And then today just did an hour's Zwift this morning. That had Nate's footy.
Did you get up?
No, they got smashed by who'd they play? Broadview.
That's why I'm asking.
Broadview. Umpiring was some of the worst umpiring I've ever seen in my life.
Almost
Anything?
as bad as the Wednesday night.
No, as we discussed last week, I did not say a word. I would have liked to have, but I didn't. And then actually got out on the road for the first time this week, this afternoon. And I was a little bit annoyed because I dodged the rain. Roads were dry. But there was a section of about 2 kilometre road along Port Road that was wet and just made my bike filthy. So I did have to clean it when I got home. So worked every week, every day this week. So
Did you get more vouchers?
Vouchers.
Yeah.
well, I will have. Yep. So I've worked the last
Tell Meg
2
what-
weeks.
Tell Meg what you get.
So if you haven't listened previous episodes, Meg, my work put in an incentive to make sure that everyone had 100% attendance leading up to the last 2 weeks of the financial year because they're fairly busy 2 weeks, and you get a $30 Prezi gift voucher for every day that you work.
Every day.
Basically,
Every day you do your job.
complete
For doing your job.
so 10 days, $300 worth of vouchers. So needless to say,
Are they hiring?
they actually are. They're always hiring.
Because no one wants to do it, clearly.
So got that. Finish off in the financial year. That's really about it. So now that we're exactly halfway through the year, just for the
Come on,
listeners
tell
out
us
there,
the stats.
21,746 kilometres year to date. So
And for the listeners, 20,000 of that was on Zwift.
no. It's actually a pretty even break.
Is it?
Yeah, because obviously during the summertime I'm not on there as much. So yeah, on track for almost 44,000 this year. See how we go. So
What does that get you?
Divorced.
Yeah.
no, that's already got me that. That's fine. Yeah, I've dealt with that. We're all good. So that just gives me more, the divorce gives me more time to train. So it's all good. So more time to train. And Alex starts training on July 1, so we'll be all good. Tomorrow.
Are you?
Yeah.
Isn't it? I swear Trainer Road has a rest day on Monday.
It's good that I looked today and I was like, yeah, nothing to do tomorrow.
I got you.
So yeah, what have you been doing this week, Alex?
Yeah, like I say, it's end of financial year. I run a small business. It's extremely stressful and exciting at the same time. Chasing money, invoicing for money,
Bass statements.
but all that jazz.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to buy like a yacht to ride off this year. So.
Not a new bike? Couldn't.
No new bikes.
No.
I can't justify that. But at home, your room is pretty much done.
Done?
Yeah.
When do we move in?
Oh, I need a rug. Needs a rug.
A rug?
Little bit-
Just a
little bit cold.
bit cold in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So put the couch will go in there tonight.
Oh, we've got a couch in there as well.
Fold out couch.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sofa bed.
Yes, one of those. And yeah, it was just wasn't. It was a very cruisy last week before I venture into the training world again. As of not tomorrow, Tuesday. Gym, Echelon, did Norton Monty Thursday night, and we also had quite the kangaroo at the top of just near Cherryville.
Yeah.
And I said to Superstar, "Zuckaroo!" And he's like, "What?" And there's like thing like
Right in
standing
his
there.
face. Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Was it wet up there Thursday night?
Wet, cold, yeah, ridiculous, not fun. But then I went to plunge. And
P-lunge.
for those that don't know, like it's
P-lunge,
4
yeah.
pools, 7 degrees, 36 degrees, 14, 40. That's the loop you do 3 times, 2.5 minutes. One of the pools wasn't working, and you just become so accustomed to like
The feeling.
That's going to suck. That's going to be good. That's
Yeah.
gonna suck. And so we started, and they changed all the temperatures around of the hot pools, and so
like
you've gone,
bingo.
oh, that's actually not so bad today. But then there was a bit of a traffic jam of people going backwards and forwards the opposite direction, so there's just people and shit everywhere. What else?
Yeah,
I
what
worked
else?
late Friday night. I had 127% attendance for my week, and I got no vouchers.
Oh, you didn't Prezi yourself?
I didn't Prezi
Oh,
myself.
disappointing.
And then I did hit the town last night for my last hurrah before Dry July.
How good?
So yeah,
I was tempted. But then-
In your little
lost
nana
count.
blanket on the couch.
oh, I had a massage yesterday as well.
Just up here, Eden massage.
No, I didn't. I actually get proper massages, Matthew.
Same.
Yeah, it was-
chasing black Sambuca shots with espresso martinis is not fun.
This is why you haven't slept.
That's disgusting.
Anyway, Meg. What have
Meg,
you been
more
up to
importantly,
last
yes.
week?
Been pretty sensible. Yeah, so I've had a pretty big week of training. Generally don't know how many Ks I've done. I try not to
I love
look and
that.
be depressed or happy. But yeah, this weekend, probably, like 4 hours yesterday on Swift, not in a group, but yeah, doing a fair bit of the Tour de France climbing. Just pretend I'm somewhere hot. A good ride today with some friends down to McLaren Vale. Yeah, during the week I normally have a couple of long rides with efforts, and then Tuesday and Friday really hard efforts on the track bike on a Le Mans, which is death.
Ooh, yes,
old Le
yes,
Mans.
it
I would
is.
not recommend that to anyone, even if you dislike them. Yeah, and then I guess gym 3 times a week, and then some more riding around that. It's all fun and games. And then working around that. So I also work at Echelon. I enjoy pushing people to pain and getting a little bit of revenge back.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
PT as well, similar thing. And then, obviously a bit of dietetics on the side, and doing some stuff with Sassy and developing some resources for some cyclists. So hit me up if you need. And, developing some reels as well. So just to get my image out there.
Very good.
Yeah.
Busy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I try. And then, yes, I had a presentation to some young cyclists, up-and-coming cyclists, for Oz Cycling Development at the track. So a mix of mountain bike and track and roadie. So, yeah.
Nutrition one?
Yeah, nutrition, yeah. So hopefully we've got some good up-and-coming, cyclists.
Cool.
Josh looking after them mainly. So, yeah, I think they're in good hands.
Yeah. I like that.
Very good. So that probably leads us well into the first question. So tell us, who are you, what you do, why you do it, how you got here, and where you're going. A few
That
questions
was a
within
mouthful. Holy dooly.
Mouthful.
And breathe.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so obviously, my name's Meg. Also have a different name on the. You can call me
Handle.
Pip Lemon
Pip.
if you like. Lemon
Yep,
Pip,
yep,
however you like it. So obviously, I'm a dietitian, sports dietitian, and do a bit of PT. I am also a cyclist, or I like to think I am. And I kind of got into cycling probably a different way to some people. So I guess I used to work in Northern Territory, and I flew in and out of remote communities. And did public nutrition / dietetic work out there. So pretty different job and different world to what I'm doing now. I did, however, have an accident whilst commuting and got hit by a car. I had 30 minutes loss of consciousness and 6 months amnesia. So I luckily... I might come to that later. I guess I woke up and didn't remember anything. So not really sure what happened. Came back to Adelaide to kind of recover, not knowing what was happening, and kind of was diagnosed with a brain injury. Usually with a brain injury, you have pretty quick recovery, and then you may be good, or it may take a while, or you may just kind of stabilise. So probably after about 6 months, I kind of had improved probably to the best of my capacity, and realised that I wasn't going back to NT. I had a pretty kind of bad outlook on life, and my world had changed, and I didn't have really much going for me. Couldn't really remember the one thing I should have done that day, which might be to hang out the washing. But I think a lot of people forget that. I couldn't drive a car, so I was walking to a lot of appointments, and Adelaide weather sucks. Public transport is not the best.
No, it's not, is it?
No. So I actually got kind of dared by a physio to jump back on a bike and face my fear. The fear was that I would remember the accident. It was pretty unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess you guys might know about the Adelaide free bikes, the ones that usually end up in the rivers and so forth.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
probably
So you
young.
ghosted, what you're trying to say is on your way, you ghosted one into the river.
Yeah. So I tried one of them, and as soon as I jumped on, I had this overwhelming feeling of freedom, and I hadn't had that for a long time. So I kind of knew that it was probably the answer to a lot of things. And I guess I was lucky enough to kind of meet someone and get convinced that buying a bike was a great idea with all my savings. I guess
familiar.
I think we've all been there.
Definitely.
I was lucky enough to meet a really good mentor who lives ashore. I'm not sure of his name, and he has allowed a lot of people to kind of rebuild their lives. He'd been through something similar, and if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So I do feel like getting back on a bike allowed me to have a lot of brain neuroplasticity, so to kind of retrain my brain to do other things. And now I guess, it's allowed me to, socialise, make a lot of friends. I really struggled for a while because I couldn't remember conversations or things that was happening in my friend's life.
He can't either.
Good old age,
a lot of people feel this way. A lot of short-term memory issues as well. I guess now it's allowed me to kind of get back in my career, which I really struggle with, and work is really hard, but it's an important passion for me now. So I guess probably the best thing to do is getting back on a bike kind of brought the blue back in my eyes. So that's the best way I could say it.
Yeah, and they are very blue, your eyes, so it's obviously worked.
Oh, good.
That's awesome.
And you're also obviously part of Butterfield cycling team here in SA.
Yes.
Been a very long-standing member there too.
Yeah, so I could actually tell you about the reason why that developed. Which is mainly thanks to me. Not that I'm going to take credit for it.
How do you do that in the audio? I don't know.
No. Obviously, a lot of people were involved, but I like to think I had my role. So, I guess Sean Butterfield kind of was riding with me in we used to have bike station kind of group rides.
Yep.
Is that the best way? Yeah. And for some reason, he just started talking to me a lot and found me interesting, probably because I had memory issues. I'm quite funny without trying, mainly because I accidentally
That's
say
actually
stuff.
true. Yeah.
It's very accidental. Anyway, so we kind of became quite good friends. He was a very good kind of mentor to me as well, and he was always interested, obviously he had Van Dam racing and wanted to help young kids or people that didn't get opportunities to race kind of at that high level or missed kind of sassy or Oz cycling.
Yeah, Miss Talent ID and all that.
Yeah. And we'd just been talking about maybe, getting a few girls together and getting a team, and I was really passionate about getting more women in cycling, and just had a chat with him and said, we think we've got a group of people, but we need some sponsors. And I think that day it was all sorted.
Yeah.
He's like, that's me. I've gone on.
Done.
And from there, he's grown, the team into what it is today, and now NRS, and provided some people with some really great opportunities, but I think also just some really good social ways of connecting. And I've made some great friends from there, hopefully. Though I'm not sure if they will say that, but I'd like to think so. I mean, they did dob me in to do this.
You did. Ruby.
Yeah.
Red flamingo.
Sean's a good dude.
Yeah.
Shall we? I know we spoke about before about the Norton PB. Do you know what it is or not?
Can I lie?
We work
Go for it. Yep, let's go for it.
14 something, isn't it?
It's probably 14.15, but your records say 16.50.
Okay.
So I feel like there was an error there. But I'm willing to try and beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a task for young Wang.
Hello.
There's a young Wang.
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know. I reckon old Meg deserves a bit of a lead out.
Young.
Yes. Sorry.
Young Meg.
Yes. Sorry, young Meg. Deserves a bit of a lead out.
Well, as you were saying, most of the time she goes up there,
Box.
she's boxed. She's
My life is boxed.
she's at
That's
the end of
that's
her.
your new handle name now. Life is boxed.
Life is boxed.
Life is boxed.
So yes, I'll happily do that. So
Thank you.
now you've been doing some development academy training. How did this come about, and where can riders get involved, and what should they expect to get out of the training?
Sure. Okay. So
That's a
It
big
is a good question.
I guess, the Development Academy training through Oz Cycling SA. So that kind of came about through Josh and Caitlin and JTK coaching.
Yep.
So I guess they were really good advocates for young riders and developing them, coaching them, but then also realizing the necessary components outside of just cycling, which involves a bit of psychology, sports psychology, but also nutrition, and then strength and conditioning kind of thing. And I think, they know me kind of well, and how I've worked with some young athletes or athletes in general, and the way that I work, and me being, I guess, a cyclist and hands-on experience myself can be a positive thing sometimes. They got me to come out to a couple of sessions, and I've also seen a few of their kids privately as well. So I think, with that, it's like a really good mechanism for kids to come out and try cycling, whether it's track, mountain bike, BMX, or road, or a mixture of all of those things, see what they like best, or whether they want to do a couple of things. And then also, I guess, see what they can do and what, I guess, components of high performance look like from a nutrition point of view or a mental point of view. And if you start fueling now, how far you can go in cycling and how important that is for, I guess, their growth, but also their potential at school and their concentration. But, a lot of things. I think they see that a lot of kids underfuel or don't fuel properly, and then the parents don't really know what to do either or what to give the kids. And there's a lot of mixed, I guess, information out there. So,
Well, everything on the internet is true, right?
I would suggest so, yes.
Great
yes.
segue. You kind of already answered it, but for nutrition and diet for cycling, but also to mention, like, you probably need just to be fueled just to do schoolwork and work in itself, right? Yeah. What's the most common mistake or myth you see in the riders that you do mentor?
Yeah, okay. So to start with, I'll give you a little, I guess, interesting fact. So our brain requires glucose or can only work off carbohydrate. Yes. So as a guideline, that is between 90 to 170 grams of carbohydrate per day, which is... quite a lot of Wheat Bix. I'm going to let the listeners out there decide how many Wheat Bix that is. There's also an argument, like, if you were in the Tour de France, how many Wheat Bix? It's a lot. I'm going to say Macca's Burgers. So I gave this to the kids the other day, and there was one very smart one who almost had the answer. And so it would be riders are kind of burning the equivalent of 6,000 to 8,000 calories a day, which over 21 stages would be 214 to 240 Big Macs.
So that makes it okay to eat them. That's a lot of Big Macs.
Shitting through the Ivan Needle if I had 200 Big Macs.
10 a day.
Do you reckon you could do it? Like, is this a challenge?
I could do it for a day.
I don't know if I should be advocating this, but I just want to see if it's possible.
What would that be converted into Zinger burgers? Similar?
Equivalent?
Nah, Big Macs.
Big Mac's got more in them than Zinger more.
Big Macs would be harder to get down because of the fat,
Yeah.
and then get back on the bike.
10 Zinger burgers a day.
See, we have to ride as well. Can I just not eat?
No.
I got a
That is
harebrained
not the
scheme.
challenge.
Ride
Let's
6
do
hours.
chop on a Saturday. Stop at Macca's after you've done the chop part.
Yep.
So stop on Anzac Highway near the one at Morpheville. Smash down some.
10.
I don't know. Maybe what about a sausage and egg McMuffin at that time of day? Is that okay?
Cheeseburger. I could
Not
do
quite the equivalent,
cheeseburgers.
but you know what? I'll give it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe like 2 of those, and then just get back on the horse. Keep going. Do a couple
every
more.
hour.
Yeah, something like that.
With a chocolate milk.
I could do the chocolate milk.
I would legit throw up.
Be doing what Cavendish was doing last night off the bike. So when he was
Vomiting?
spewing his guts up off the bike. So, yeah.
So-
I didn't really answer your question.
No,
did I?
no. That's I was going to bring it back
Yeah.
because this is what we do. I love it. So what is the most common mistake or myth that you see?
Sure. So I think in cycling, it's really big in the past as well to underfuel.
Huge.
And that eating is for...
Eating is cheating.
Eating is cheating, whereas I would say the complete opposite.
That's the myth.
Fueling is the key to performing at your best and to your optimal performance. I think it is also really key to being healthy and having a healthy relationship with food, but also looking after your health and body long term. You're setting yourself up for failure in terms of I guess the implications of underfueling, and there's a lot of research now for something we call RADs, which is kind of like the implications for both girls and men of underfueling, and even 3 days without adequate carbohydrate to meet their requirements can have an effect on your bones, for example. So
Crazy.
hormones, bones, for kids' growth. I guess your immunity. And in particular your performance. So you're not going to get stronger, fitter, faster unless you fuel properly, and that in particular is fueling before rides, especially key rides, and during.
I'm really shit on a Saturday morning for fueling, eating. Like,
Prior or during?
Prior. Like, I'll usually have like a big Friday night dinner.
Yeah.
Like
But when I
carbs.
get up in the morning, literally I can get up 10 minutes before getting on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not eating.
I won't have coffee
still
though.
like
I'll
45 minutes.
just get on the bike. I'll start fueling on the bike.
Yeah, okay. So
Not optimal, is it?
you need a plan ahead.
That's why I eat on
And you
Friday
need to
night.
think about the type of food that you're eating. If you've got a small amount, so the less time we have to digest, we need to think of different types of, for example, carbohydrate.
Yep.
So we think of like more slowly digesting up to rapidly and then really quick digesting. So that's the less time we have, we want more rapid digesting carbohydrates.
So I just munch on lollies.
Yeah. Pikelets are a great example.
Waffles.
Crumpets,
Yep.
waffles, all those things. So you also need to train your gut. So that takes time. So try a small amount and then slowly increase a little bit and a little bit and a little bit.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's very good. So, if I was just Johnny Longlegs doing a trainer session on a weekday on the world's greatest training platform, Trainer Road,
Yep.
if I've got like an hour workout, and it's got like 30-30s in it or something, you know,
Decent.
yeah. So,
Even on Trainer Road.
yeah.
Price, yeah.
Thank you for the sass. I like it. How should I? And I'm doing it after work. What should I eat beforehand?
Ooh, after work. Okay. All right. So I would be thinking about your lunch to start with. First of all, having it. Secondly, probably ensuring it has some sort of carbohydrates in it. So that could be something a little bit more slowly digesting or higher in whole grains. So rice, pasta, noodles, could be quinoa.
Sweet potato?
Sweet potato could be. However, it is a little bit higher in fiber, and probably the amount you would need to get the same amount of carbohydrates compared to rice in that could be a bit different. However, it is still an option. Same with like legumes, beans, quite high in fiber, but they do contain carbohydrate. So I would say maybe compare the two, see how you feel off of each of them. If you don't have gut issues from the sweet potato and you can get an adequate amount, I would be okay with that.
Love rice, chicken rice.
Yeah.
Rice.
So you could also have a bit of protein and salad veg in that meal if you felt okay. That would be good. And then I would have a snack as you're leaving work
Yep.
on your way home or wherever you do your session.
Yep.
As you're
That-
leaving your
Right
office, right next to your
Go from here.
kick a bike.
So you've topped up your muscle stores of glycogen, and then we want to top up our liver and blood stores of glycogen to be ready to go for that session, because that is quite an intense, hard session
Yes.
if you want to get the most out of it
Yeah.
and you want to beat people on Trainer Road, which I don't know if that's competition.
I bit myself.
Yeah. Which is important.
Yes.
So the snack would not be a schnitzel. No.
My
that could be after.
cheat meal for the week.
Yeah, but that can be after.
That's another question.
Yeah.
So what should the snack consist of?
So I guess it depends how much time you have as well. But like, yeah, it could be like crumpets and honey. Could be pikelets if less time.
Pikelets.
Could be a banana with a muesli bar, if anything. It could be like little energy balls, or if you had nothing else, it would be like a K-time or like an oat slice bar.
K-time. Very
Yeah,
specific.
they're a little bit
Orange.
higher in carbohydrate than just a normal muesli bar.
The little
Interesting.
apricot
Yeah.
bites that I saw on
Little
your
bit of
Instagram
apricot
reel.
bites.
I
Yeah,
buy
that'd be
those every
good.
week.
What are
Pretty-
they? What apricot bites?
Just the little. What's
If
the
you
brand
watch
of
my
them?
reels, you could
watch-
find out.
Watch Meg's reels.
Lure
They're
me in.
Golden Circle?
Yeah, I
or
think they were Golden
something-
Valley, maybe?
Golden Valley,
Yeah.
yeah.
Gold.
Just
Come in a
like
pack of 5 from Coles.
Like the square ones?
Yeah,
Are they
yeah,
square?
yeah.
Oh, they're delicious.
They are.
Yes.
Covered in sugar.
See?
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
It could be like a slice of banana bread or a chocolate muffin, brioche bun.
Delicious.
Just think of
What's-
something you'd
what's
like
your
because you'll eat
I
it.
will.
Yeah.
I watched it before I come. I've done my research. So
I love it.
Yeah, so some examples there.
That's cool.
And that's just going to help you get the most out of that session.
So, listeners, do that, please.
watch Meg's
I
reel.
should get paid by these people even though I
Yes,
don't remember
yes,
their names.
Talking about, we touched on Wheat Bix. Is Wheat Bix a good breakfast cereal?
Well, some argue that it's a bit bland.
Yep.
I, however, think that it is quite a good breakfast cereal. I feel like rolled oats as well or muesli are pretty good.
Yep.
Wheat Bix is pretty low in fat, so I think that can be a little bit of an advantage over something like muesli and a little bit like oats. So it's probably a little bit less time to digest. And if you pair that with milk or yogurt for a bit of protein, that's a great breakfast or recovery meal. Let's say that you did a session in the morning, you have a quick carb snack and then recover with a good breakfast. That'd be good. You could have a little bit of colour there with some fruit if you desired. I know. We're all about
Love
the
a bit of
colour.
colour.
If you know what that is. But that would be a great breakfast. I mean, you don't have to stick to cereal, but I would think about if you have maybe like only 30 minutes before a training session, Wheat Bix could be a little bit hard to get down or digest. So that's where you might need a little bit of that lower GI is what we call, or a little bit more quickly absorbed carbohydrates.
You're off the Wheat Bix now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
I'm Wheat Bix
I'm on
Wheat
oats.
Bix every morning.
Yeah.
So
How many?
7.
Well, that's a pretty good
Yeah.
amount. Yeah.
And then I will.
But an odd
chocolate
number.
milk.
Yeah, that's just what fits in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
There's always
There's
there's
5.
got to be a method
There's
there.
one
right?
There's 5 and then 1 on each side for the 7. Yeah.
I do find that with Wheat Bix, though, you always require a lot of liquid.
Yeah.
Like you think you're all right, and then no, you're
Yeah,
not
and
all
then
You've
right.
gone back to the fridge. It's already gone. And
Uh-huh.
you
It's like one of those. It's like one of those really good handy towel ultras. Like you,
Sham wow.
yes.
And I've got to be quick because I've leave it on the bench. Simba's up on the bench drinking the milk out of it as well. So he normally finishes it after me. But
Normal full cream milk.
Yeah. So my normal breakfast will consist of the 7 Wheat Bix, 2 crumpets, not with honey though, like your real. I put strawberry jam. Then okay?
That's okay. Yeah, I'm happy
Good.
with that.
Good. Yogurt, a tub of yogurt. And then I'll have my iced coffee. That's probably not the best thing, but
No,
all right,
Too
breakfast.
sweet on.
I'm pretty happy
crumpets.
with that. And like, if you're doing 700 Ks, especially on Swift a week, I reckon it's working for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
my
think
diet's
it's
good.
for you.
Probably the KFC
I didn't hear
part
the
of-
rest of the
Well, that's my
day,
morning.
but
How
yeah,
much-
the
how much
morning
fueling do you
is
do
where
on
you
the
start your day, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
good.
you're not. You are a great breakfast eater,
I
but
am.
usually you're horrible on the bike.
Yes, terrible on the bike. I don't eat on the
Slushy and
bike.
that's it.
Yeah. I'm
I
like, no
do
wonder you're
not
bonky.
eat. I have one nootropics. That's pretty much
Delicious.
what I have as my. Yeah, I need
Disappointed
to.
in that, but that's
Yeah, I'm disappointed in myself.
but
I'm disappointed
me
in
to it.
myself.
I love that.
So,
It's okay. We'll work on you. Your breakfast is good.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a slow transition.
Yeah.
We've been trying to work on him for months.
I know.
What's like your favourite food besides
I was
KFC?
gonna
Because you
ask-
can't
I
eat
was
that on
gonna
the bike. Your favourite kind of like carbohydrate food, let's say.
I don't know if I've got one.
Stroop waffles are delicious.
Yeah. Street waffles are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really only have gel. Like, if I eat on the bike, it's mainly gels. No solid. It'll
Not
be
eating,
gels.
bro.
Well, it is.
What do you do during a race?
Nothing.
And our races aren't long enough.
He just has a gel.
Our races aren't, like a Vic Park crit or a stay tighter or a Nats, they're not long enough to even eat.
What do you do on your 300k rides?
What do we do?
Bakery.
Bakery,
Orange Spot.
donut at Victor Harbour. But
I always have a pie and a sausage roll or a sausage roll.
Orange Spot, yeah.
Okay.
Chili Kransky.
He does.
That's true.
We have
That's
some
fact.
work to do.
See, my breakfast is good. That's where we start.
Yeah, we've started the day
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to tick that.
Yeah. So with the cut, is there a magic figure for carbs per hour now
On the
within
bike?
cycling? On the bike, yeah.
Isn't that right
Ha.
specific? Because some people can digest a whole lot more than others.
Well, it's all about training your gut.
Alex, you have a good point. You both have a good point. Definitely. I feel like you've been
Feel
doing
like
some
we're in school.
research.
I think I've been listening to the Trainer Road podcast. Okay, the world's greatest training platform.
There's no right amount. However, it is all about training where you are. Where if I worked with someone, I would see where they're going now. So if I work with you, you are currently having 0
Yep.
most of the time.
Yep.
So I would not then say go and have 60 to 90 grams per hour because
You'd shit
you
yourself.
Yeah, okay.
Or throw
More
do
so.
that. Yes. You could do a cav and vomit it all up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say let's get some. I would try and start around 30 grams per hour, and I would choose probably your key sessions
Yep.
so that you can see the benefit out of it. I would then also think about what's happening off the bike afterwards. Are you then going and smashing food because you didn't get enough in and then you can't catch up? And then also if you're snacking at night, that's a pretty good sign. Also, if you need to have a long nap in the afternoon, which I know
Just
we all
comes with
do,
age.
and that is age. If it's extra long, it could also be a sign.
Yeah.
Or you don't have a lot of energy for other things during the day. Yeah, definitely.
Like work.
I mean, you've been pretty good this last
Yeah,
2
I
weeks.
have been. Last 2
So
weeks I've
maybe
been
you've
good.
been fueling.
Yeah,
Yeah. That would probably be good. I'd also think about can you maintain a higher power on the bike? You may not be the best primary example here for longer, or can you get through your efforts longer because you are actually fueling better? So I'd look at all of those components, and then once you were able to say tolerate 30 grams per hour for maybe a couple of weeks, it's very independent, then I might try it out up to 40, 45, and then maybe we could get to 60 for some sessions.
Yep.
You will find that probably in the Tour de France or a lot of those key stages, those guys are doing 90 to even 120 grams per hour in
What
the
did I say,
hill
Kel?
stages.
I think the Nationals this year, Kel was doing 140 or 160.
Yeah.
Sugar water, is that okay?
I had
Like
that
a-
yesterday morning on the Asia 130.
Yeah, a little bit of sugar,
Brown.
Just
literally.
like water with sugar in it.
Yeah.
Brown sugar.
I mean, you do you, but
I mean, no, it's a
the
question.
osmolarity of that I'd be a little bit worried about because you're making it up yourself. But
Yeah.
Trainer Joe's pushing it.
is there
Yeah.
any salt in it?
Oh, one, we
Sugar.
can put some salt in it.
Oh, yeah.
Just brown sugar.
Does it taste any good?
Sweet.
Sweet.
Like sugar.
It's I guess it's like tea. It's
You're
kind
not
of
a
like
big
tea.
snacker anyway, are you? You're meal.
No, I'm a big snacker during the
Right,
day. Yes.
Oh, during the day.
Yeah.
But not like at
From
night
breakfast to
after.
lunch, I'm a big snacker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
So with those carbs that you're saying, what would you suggest as the easiest way to get those carbs in on a bike? What type of food?
Right, so this is going to depend on how hard you're going on the bike as well. Obviously, and probably the weather. If you think about it, it's really hot and we're going really hard.
Yep.
Trying to get things that are more solid down, it usually ends up choking
Yeah.
Yeah.
or feeling miserable. So then I would suggest more liquid/gel kind of sports foods, that kind of thing. However, I would not suggest that all the time if possible. So you might have efforts and you could use them around the efforts and then maybe go back to more food. If you've got...
Schnitzel comes in.
Yeah, this is not where Schnitzel comes in. But, it's something.
The disappointing.
I want a schnitty now.
Well, he was talking about it.
I know. It was good.
Otherwise, yeah, I would say maybe more real foods and foods that you're actually going to look forward to eating. If you take a gel out and you just like gels, you're not going to have the gel.
Yep.
So you don't have anything. So I would say, yeah, it could be a little bit more of it doesn't have to be just carbs. If it's more of just a base ride, 4 hours base, maybe you stop at a cafe, at a bakery and get something you like.
Yep.
I wouldn't always suggest the sausage rolls because they're quite high in fat. If you want to get back on a bike, let's say everyone's been to Clarendon
Yep.
and they've stopped at that bakery.
Down the bottom. Yep.
Yeah, and everyone's got a sausage roll or a pie, and then they've realised they have to ride up the hill and it's like on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just remember how we all feel for a little while and just think about the effect of that if you've had a little bit too much fat in that meal.
Yep.
So I'd be probably prioritizing a little bit more carbs sometimes and thinking about if you stay at the cafe or bakery for a couple of hours, you might be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my science, in my endurance rides. I don't take ride food. It's just what I know I like, and my stomach will.
100%.
Yeah, but if you know that works for you, then I'd be okay. Like some people are fine and they have iron stomachs. Some people are not. So, yeah, just thinking about that. Yeah, you do you.
Buttered chicken pie on the... I was just trying to think of something really messed up that you could have on the bike. Buttered chicken pie, it's delicious. Meg, question for you. What's your favourite thing to eat on the bike?
On the bike?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I do like to eat banana bread.
Yes.
Also on her reel, if you watched it.
Okay.
Come on.
I also love the idea of like a chocolate bar because I know I
Delicious.
look forward to it. It is a little bit higher in fat, but it does have carbs and sugar.
What type of chocolate bar are we talking?
All this.
I'm not a sweet
interesting.
tooth at all, by the way. Like, just, yeah.
Okay, well, actually, Audi have really good chocolate.
Audi?
Audi, I'm very surprised, but they have Belgium chocolate there. And because I've been to Belgium and decided that the chocolate there is pretty amazing, I'm pretty up for that. And it's a little bit cheaper than Hague's. So I can probably afford a house one day. So, yeah. So that, or you could just take like a Snickers bar or
Yeah. Oh,
bar or
delicious.
something. But I don't take that all the time. It means summer you have to put it in the freezer.
Yeah.
I also do like rice cakes, making them myself.
Yeah, I was going to say rice cakes.
Yeah.
Do you
With
have
a
a reel
little
for those?
Hey?
Do you have a reel for those?
I should do one,
Yeah.
shouldn't I?
Recipe. Yep.
I'll be honest, when I cook, I'm not the cleanest cook, so it's going to probably take days to film, but
Yeah.
I'll do it for you.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're like the chef from the Muppets. Doobie-doobie-doo.
Rice cakes.
I may film someone else.
What do you put in your rice cakes? So,
What do I
right?
put?
Yep.
Okay, so I've learnt the recipe from my Swanee,
Yep.
from the Oz team, Betty May.
Oh, yeah.
So she's very good at this. So you put all the rice in the rice cooker. Then you put some either rice milk or you can put coconut milk in there to make it a little bit. If you don't put coconut milk, you can put shredded coconut in.
Okay.
But you have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. Otherwise, it's not a good thing. I've learnt the hard way. I like blueberries, or chocolate chip.
Delicious.
I also tried Smarties one time, and that was so good because it just spread.
Multicoloured.
It
Rainbow.
was so good, and it lit up my world when I was writing.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's personal. Nuts go right in there, like tiny little nuts, peanuts. You could put jam in
Honey.
the middle.
Jam.
You do like jam, so yeah.
Or just
Summer?
Nutella when we were at work.
Nutella, yeah.
Nutella would
had a
be,
Nutella donut.
Nutella is good.
I
Yeah.
had a Nutella donut yesterday. Or
Actually, Nutella sandwiches on
Nutella
Oh,
pie.
right.
My go-to pre-Eshel.
Pikelets. Yeah.
Before I do Wednesday, I have a Nutella sandwich.
Nutella pikelets on a ride. I could do that.
That's what I just said, Perth.
Yep.
I do half
Do that.
I know.
Nutella and strawberry jam.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said, total segue, you said that you went to Belgium. What are you doing? This is more about you now.
Yep.
What's your plans? What are you doing this year, next couple of years? Doesn't have to be cycling, but I feel like since you're representing Australia, that's pretty fucking cool. What are you doing this year? What's going on? Talk to us.
So this year, I just came back from Belgium and Italy, maybe a month or so ago. I had some World Cups on the road over there.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just to check the gelati and pizza scene out.
Yeah,
It
of
is
course.
important
Yeah,
to
yeah.
check how that's
100%.
going. So I had a couple of World Cups over there. That was our last kind of period to put down qualification and good, I guess, times or positions for selection for Paris Paralympics. And now I am just training as if I have been selected. And now I just wait to find out if I'm selected or not. And if not, if I don't go, then I'm planning to go to Road Worlds in Switzerland just after the Games. However, that is self-funded, so I do have to probably sell a kidney or two to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's cool.
Yeah.
What were your
Yeah.
results in World Cups overseas
So in the World Cup,
for the listeners?
we did have a little problem where we got some really bad weather, and they shortened from an 20 or 18 ktt to a 9 ktt. One of them in Belgium, it's very windy there. It was total headwind one way, so I was probably doing 28 k's one way, and then I was doing 70 k's the other.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, on a TT bike, 70 k's is not not that
No,
much fun.
being.
But I just strapped my seatbelt on and I was good.
Love it.
Yeah, so I got second in that.
Epic.
So that was pretty good. And then in Italy, I was a bit disappointed, but I got fourth by maybe like 10 seconds. So it was a little bit disappointing. And then I almost won the road race. I kind of attacked with half a lap to go, maybe 5Ks. And I got caught at 100 meters from the line. And yeah, I just had no legs left because I had attacked kind of the whole race. But I was really, really happy with how that race went. And normally people push me around and I was like, no.
Not today.
So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll be angry. Apparently that works.
Whatever that is.
I know, yeah.
Use it.
Yeah, I'm trying. So yeah, it's been a bit of an up and down couple of years, but I think I could do really well on the Paris course, but fate will tell me if I'm going or not. Well, people will tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if not,
Cycling Australia may tell you. Yeah, right?
it's optional. Yeah, I will find out maybe a week before I leave, so maybe 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Super
yeah.
cool. Very cool.
If not, probably go to Switzerland, work on my tan.
Yeah.
I've never been there, and I guess I've got some other goals in life, so it's not my only thing in life, luckily.
What can we ask? What are these other goals you speak of?
Sure. So I guess, I've been working a little bit at SASI, so the SA Sports Institute. We've got a really good new director there, Karen, who's kind of trying to revamp a few things and I think make it a really positive place to be.
Karen Oates?
Karen Faulkner. Yeah, so she used to be at in the paracycling team. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so she's a really good advocate for paras, but also developing the culture and improving, people up and coming and giving people opportunities, which I think is really important. I've been helping out, I got a grant to kind of work there and do some sports nutrition. So I've been working with race walkers, with the who else? Basketball. I'll be doing some swimming, and I'm really working with the cycling team with Ash.
Yep.
A lot, Brett, a little bit with Jimmy. Yeah, so see where we can go, make people fuel on the bike. I've got some resources that I've been developing. I might send you away.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Listeners at home, Meg just gave Wang quite the side eye.
Just imagine how my
Sorry.
performance is going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuel. Like, look out, everybody.
I don't know if I should be encouraging this.
No, 100%,
com-
because the amount of times Alex and I have copped like a message like summer, and he hasn't fueled on the bike, but he's at a servo.
Had a servo,
With
having a
Slurpee.
slushie.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's probably the first thing he's eaten in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a dingo.
It's probably I've done 3 hours on the TT bike with no bidding. Yeah.
That is true. That's a difficult bike to fuel,
Yeah.
to drink anything
Yeah.
on.
It is. So, being that such an advocate for nutrition, surely you've never bonked while you're on the bike. You would hope not.
How do you think I'm so good at advocating? We all have to
By
experience these things ourselves
Yeah.
to learn. Probably a good example is when I tried, the Cervelo RADelaide challenge.
Oh, that's right. Yep, with cider and
To
was
do
it?
all of them in one shot.
Well,
That's right, yeah.
I didn't feel that was happening. And then all of a sudden it just escalated. And we were at the top of Windy and they were like, it's not too far to Wollonga.
Yes, it is.
And I feel like I'd fueled okay, but this was a big day that I was not expecting. And we were kind of riding up Wollonga and I was like, I'm on. So I kind of went a little bit hard. And then I believe it's cider.
Yep.
Went a little bit harder.
Of course he
did.
Why does that not surprise me?
Never can just.
And because apparently the whole day was recovery for him while I was on limit. And
He's
Was he
lying.
being a Harry half wheel to you as well?
yeah. No, he was they were very supportive of me. I
else was it,
slowed them
Jamie?
down.
Was it
and it
Jamie
was
as well?
Jamie as
Yeah.
well, who is an insane bike rider and runner as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's the one that gives me awful ergos as well. So, he just probably like halfway up, I just completely died.
Yeah.
I made it up the top, and there was a little place up there. I don't know what it is that sells everything, but they had soft drinks, and that's all we could find. And we were just on the side. It was very hot, like sculling soft drinks. I had Sunkist, which actually has the highest amount of carbs compared to Coke.
Does it?
This is factual for you.
Wow.
Yeah, so I learned stuff for the
I
listeners.
do love some kids. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
that will
then
be our go-to now. Rather than,
I think I was just hit the spot.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then we rode down, and then we had to go to the server at the bottom
Yep.
to make it back. So I feel like that was probably a pretty good example.
Of what-
Yeah.
Not what
Yeah.
to do. So, what would you say? So is that probably your worst day on the bike, you reckon? Worst day on the bike?
I feel like it was the best and worst.
Best and worst?
Yeah. So it was something I was very unexpecting to do. I think I got like 550 TSS from it or something. And it was straight after a World Cup, which was not my best idea. But I don't always have the smartest ideas.
No.
And then I rode the next day because it was a tour, and my friends were like, "Well, go to McLaren." I was like, "Well, I can't miss the Wollonga stage."
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I ended up like with a bulge disc.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so it was just like an injury I already had that I didn't really know about, and then
Okay.
I a little bit just went too far,
Yep.
which I never do.
What type of bike do you ride?
Ooh, okay, so Cervelo.
Oh, a Chevella, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, an R5, and then I have a P5 for a TT bike. Yeah, I feel like I'm very lucky. I feel like it's the best bike to ride.
Oh, what about a group set on that bad boy?
So I have Shimano and SRAM, but mainly transitioning through to SRAM. They've actually helped me out with a new bike and group set for the games because we have to buy all our own bikes usually.
So on
yeah.
the new red.
Sorry,
on the
new
new
red.
red?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm very lucky. Yeah, with Cervelo Australia to help me out with that. So
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good. So if you had to choose, what's your favourite group set?
Favorite group set,
Yeah.
one that works.
That's true. Yep. That's true.
Ooh, this is a tricky. I think it's individual, but I think the new SRAM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest. Yeah, and I think especially like on a TT bike or maybe roadie racing, the fact that there's only one chainring because there's less chance of it dropping, and especially in TT bars, with the ride sync kind of things, you can only change like up or down or big to small.
Yeah.
And in a TT before I've kind of lost a chain. I've lost a TT by a second various times, and that's a chain falling off. So I feel like, that can make a big difference.
So do you run one by on your roadie as well, or
Sorry?
do you run one by on your roadie, or just your TT?
Not yet.
Not yet, but we will do.
Transitioning.
Transitioning.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new one will be.
We'll see. Or it's just going up a hill that's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, do I want a big, like 54 and then grind it? But I don't really like high cadence, so I might.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just trying to talk myself up.
As I'm an advocate of the 54, it's great.
So the new roadie will be an R5, will it?
Hopefully, yeah, when I sell my other kidney.
Yeah. So at this point in time, you've got no
Hey, you
kidneys
got a lot of kidneys.
I don't drink a lot of alcohol, so we're good.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Neither does he.
Absolutely fucking
I probably won't. I might sell it to you.
Yes,
I need it.
do that. So,
Yeah.
I love that. That's cool. I don't mind the Trevellos. It's good.
well, you do ride one.
I
So.
do ride one. I haven't ridden it in a while. That's cool. Very cool. Do we have any other questions?
I think there's still a couple here to
just
go.
wanted to know if your effort at Cadena last year was your greatest bike race.
I was actually fearing for my life most of that race.
Everybody was.
I will tell you how it happened. So I was like, I don't know if I should censor this, but I was pretty much shitting myself on the start line. And like one of the girls, I think it was Maddie, said to me like, all you need to do is just keep pedaling. And I was like, I can do this. I ride a time trial. Like, I think I know how to do this. This is all right. And then there was so much chaos in the first 2Ks, right?
Yeah.
And then
Well, I lasted
the whole thing was chaos.
6K. I punched it, and that was it.
And then I don't even someone attacked, and then we re-caught them, and then they were going too slow, and I was like, you guys just need to pedal. Like, I'm going to fall over. So I just like rode around them and just kept going.
No one, everyone's
And they
wrong
just
with
said,
you.
keep pedaling. So I just kept pedaling.
Yep.
And it turns out it was quite a long race. Probably not compared to yours, but
Mine
yeah.
wasn't very long.
No one came after me. I feel like my team probably looked after me, but I was also like, this is the safest way to do this. Race.
100%.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yeah.
be at the front.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Agreed.
almost got taken out by the cars a couple of times, but
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
apart
those-
from
those-
that-
some of those cars.
yeah, and the
Those-
dust.
Dust.
Yeah.
It was a dust. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the last lap was probably the worst because it was so bad. It's snakes, isn't it? Yeah.
Fishtail?
Fishtailed.
Yeah, fishtail. I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty cool, but I don't think it
Oh,
would have
it's super
looked that
cool.
cool.
No, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I
So
think that's
good.
what pros do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
great. Yep.
So maybe the
solid
best,
effort.
but also worst race.
I
Yeah.
didn't like that.
I really hope they don't do that course.
That
this
is
year.
actually my favourite. My favourite race. I was in the
terrible.
top 10 wheels all day.
Yeah.
It's actually that race I've never come. Apart from that time when I ran into Nick's foot.
Yes, that's right.
I've never been under 10th position in that race. Yeah, it's good. It's a good race.
We should do it, yeah. I missed the presentation, so we have to go back and win it again.
This
Yeah.
year, let's go.
Yeah. Do they give out beers or?
I don't. Well, we can give out beers.
Okay,
It's fine.
we had beers. So.
Any kidneys?
Oh, you're right. I shouldn't be drinking them. I've got prepped instead.
Mr. Wang.
Favourite cheat meal? What would it be?
You don't want to know my answer
Yeah,
to
I
this
do,
because
I
I
do.
don't like the term cheat meal,
Okay.
but I'll go with it for now.
Okay. Tell us and then elaborate.
It would have to involve probably like dessert because I like chocolate.
Yeah.
But maybe like pizza, but one from Italy or an Italian restaurant.
Okay.
Or,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have pizza. You want to make sure it's good.
Yeah. I don't want Domino's style.
Yeah.
No, you don't want Domino's.
I mean, I've
Domino's.
Domino's.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, favourite pizza place in Adelaide? It's a total sort of digression. Yeah.
This is tricky.
Fire and Stone.
Etika.
I mean, I did just recently go to Ruby Rose.
Flamingo.
Glad you helped me there. And we had ravioli, but I feel like the pizza there would be amazing. So I'm gonna have to go back.
There's one actually around the corner, one Sneaky Cheetah. Not bad. Does a
Okay.
good beer too. Just
We went to Sicily
I don't have
last
kidneys.
night on Rundle Street.
oh yeah, that's
Sicily?
right. You don't have kidneys.
yeah.
Pizza.
That's true. So pizza and dessert.
Yeah, well, just like if there's chocolate involved, I do love chocolate.
Yeah,
Like
big.
a
Got to finish a
pistachio
meal with a
Nutella
sweet
pizza.
thing.
100%.
Yeah.
Messina's over there. Have you had
Okay.
Messina?
I have not. I don't live this area, so it's new.
It's overrated.
Really?
been there.
They do a tiramisu gelato.
Okay.
Delicious.
Yeah.
They also have chocolate. Anyway.
Combo.
Pizza chocolate is pretty good.
Dessert
I have had
pizza.
dessert pizza before.
Yeah.
I can't remember where that was, so I can't tell you.
Melt.
It was a lot.
They do dessert pizza.
Yeah,
Yes,
dessert.
they do, actually.
They can be pretty
Pistachio
sickening.
Nutella.
Pizza
Yeah.
Teca is pretty good in McLaren. Yeah,
Yes.
but I like that's a lot. I couldn't get through that, and I am a cyclist.
What you need to do is about half an hour before your ride, have some pizza. During the ride, have some Schnitzel. And after the ride,
Oh, that's so messed up.
Are you looking for a job?
You have pizza on your rides, on your
Yeah.
long
Pizza
long
would-
rides.
Yeah.
It would be all right. Like, yeah, if you stop for a little bit, or like you could eat it cold, but it defeats
I
the
love
purpose.
cold pizza.
Yeah, no, I don't like
can't
cold
do that.
pizza. No.
Yeah, cold pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Hot cheese. Sorry.
Anyway.
Go on, ask the question.
Zinger burger, good or bad?
I actually haven't had one, so I can't
Okay,
tell
that
you whether it
doesn't surprise
tastes good. Can you explain? Is it
I have like,
from again?
I have four.
It all starts with a...
Yeah, Google it. No, it's just one of the KFC burgers. So,
What's in it?
chicken, lettuce, mayo.
What kind of chicken? Like chicken breast?
Yeah, breast.
Yeah. And how's it cooked?
Deep
Grilled?
fried, I suppose.
Deep fried?
KFC deep fried, are they?
Mate,
I don't work there.
Couldn't tell you.
I just support them.
What is chicken breast? So that's a good start. Probably
Yeah.
higher protein, a little bit less
Yeah.
fat. The cooking of it's not should be all right. Yeah, deep fried is not the best, but that's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. What else does it have in it?
Just lettuce and mayo.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's pretty-
on a sesame seed bun.
It actually doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
A few of the grilled burgers are pretty good too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends what you're looking for. Like recovery meal, that'd be good.
No, I think it's a lifestyle, actually.
Lifestyle.
yeah.
Every night, 3 times a day.
Well, I was going to say 3 times a week. Yeah.
Weeks ago, did you not have 3 or 4 that day?
No, we had 2 that day because Lewis
2,
bought something.
yeah, and
Two.
you had one on the way in.
Yeah.
You could go worse.
Yeah.
You could definitely go worse. And it's a good plan B option.
I think it's all right. It's
Yeah.
my recovery food
Okay.
Yeah.
for the protein. That's what I tell
Have a
myself.
lizard, George.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may need to come and see me if you want more individual advice. Yeah.
We'll just get the feeling on the bike.
Yeah, I think we'll start
Right,
there.
first?
Yeah, and then you might not need
Yeah.
3.
Something on the
I've cut Coke
Yeah.
pretty much almost out of my diet.
You could have Coke on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a TT bike, he goes.
No, I used to have. I'm down. Yeah, no, not that Coke.
I didn't specify.
Yeah, I'm down to probably one can a day if I'm lucky for Coke.
I'm not always lucky if I have 1 can a week.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, I don't drink much.
Well, I'm just sparkling water now.
I go through about a bottle of sparkling a day. I
Yeah,
reckon.
same.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you to your brother. He's the one who got me onto that.
No, it is good. It's sparkling with electrolyte in there. Delicious.
I like
Yeah.
It's like adult cordial.
Except for when you take the lid off.
no,
Takes out an eye.
Put in a glass. And
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
the Diet Coke
I've
and the
clearly-
Mentos. Yes, I love it.
Yes.
What else have we got, guys?
I reckon that's just about I think it's all of the questions, I
It's
reckon.
been some bloody great conversation, by the way.
We've already discussed you are a breakfast eater. What does your breakfast consist of for people who haven't watched your reels?
Sure. So if I have a lot of time, I will have oats.
Yep.
If I have less time, I actually like Milo cereal.
Milo
I'm
cereal.
a little bit addicted
Someone
to it.
else mentioned
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it is quite nice tasting. It's not like too sugary.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have like crumpets or rice cakes with honey and peanut butter and banana. If I'm
Yep.
running a little bit short on time, probably my go-to. Yep.
Yeah, so I normally give myself an hour in the morning
Yeah. Okay.
till I have to
Oh
leave. What was that?
the Schnitzel.
Are we
my
talking about
Schnitzel.
food too much?
That was 3 hours and 2 hours of climbing and a little nap. And
See, if you're having a nap, it means you're not fueling right.
I can't nap at all. I want to have a nap.
by nap, I had like 10 minutes. I was on the couch.
Yeah.
Also, you may be too hungry if you can't nap.
That's a fair point. I'm excited for food.
So am I. Are you hungry?
I'm having pasta.
Are you? At your house?
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Anyway.
No, I'm going to make pumpkin gnocchi at home. So you roast the pumpkin, then you make the pumpkin into the sauce.
So good.
A little bit of pesto,
Oh, I
a
like
bit of
pesto.
Parmigiano
Doing like
Reggiano in there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mix it up and then pop the
What did you do?
pasta,
Cashy's
pop
cooking
the gnocchi
segment.
in there too.
Segment, yeah.
A little bit chili on top.
Yeah, we should get him on for. Yeah.
I'll make it one day for you.
You'll make a good wife one day,
Thank you.
sooner rather than later.
Moving on.
All righty, we
got lots
have
of stuff.
some notable mentions this week. So, firstly, listeners may have seen during the week, I shared on our Instagram a new podcast that has started in Queensland called the Backside Podcast. So, essentially, it's based on ours. If you have
Based
a
on
listen to
our
it,
concept.
on our concept,
Peyton
but
Penny,
they are using Mount Cootha as their climb
God's
of
country.
choice.
God's country out there.
Not the official. There's apparently, I don't know, Mount Cootha, you
revamped
may
the segment,
be able to
yeah.
tell us.
I do.
but
Do you want me to? Yeah. keep
they
going?
have created their own segment rather than using the official segment.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
Actually.
so it's a little bit longer. I think it's
2.2.
or 2.2 or something like kilometres
Okay.
at an average gradient of like 8%
Yeah, it'd be 8.
Yeah. So that's 4 guys, so similar to us. If anyone remembers Andrew Freeby, who used to race here.
You rode for Keystone?
No, he rode for Rocket.
Did he actually?
Actually rode for Rocket. It's him and some mates up there that have launched this. So have a listen. They done their first episode last week, and
Where can we catch that?
on all your
Podcast app.
any
Road.
podcast app.
Oh, Spotify.
So Spotify mainly. Yeah. It was actually a good
one word,
backside
potty.
podcast. Yeah.
Love it.
Good. They're on the socials as well. So, secondly, Keystone new Keystone team member, Savage Sweet Potato, has just qualified for the Gravel Worlds. So she's got a GoFundMe page to help her get over there. I'm not even sure where they are.
She should sell a kidney like Meg.
Yes, she could sell a kidney as well.
Yeah, what is it going
I've
around?
looked it up.
What's
Yeah.
the
There's a
going
range,
price?
but I think it's like
Silk Road and-
70,000 minimum to like 170,000.
Really?
Yeah.
You can live with only one, can't you?
Yeah, I get
Yeah, as far as I know, I don't even
My,
need
my nana
one,
lived
two.
without
Yeah.
2 kidneys for at least 30 years.
Yeah.
Without any kidneys?
No, with one.
Oh, with
Only
one.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely live
Yeah,
with one.
yeah, right. Okay,
need
maybe
one.
let's check this out tomorrow.
30,000.
Probably shouldn't be advocating this.
Yeah, so we shared on her, she's got a GoFundMe page to get her to the Gravel Worlds later this year. And then lastly, Olympic track team selection during the week. So there's quite a few people that will be riding in Paris that have been on the podcast. So Kellogg's, Green Eggs and Ham. I forgot Safe's name.
Well, you said it now.
Yahoo,
Don't give it away.
whatever it was. Yeah, so Soph,
Yahoo.
Maeve, and also last week's guest, Matt Glazer. So congrats to those
The big
guys. And will be Lemon Pip when she gets selected next month.
Yeah.
So
Fingers crossed.
fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
what is it that,
Bribe.
what's the word? When you, like the paradigm shift, you just, yeah.
It's the potty good luck charm.
Yeah, actually it is the potty good luck
It
charm.
is-
You'll be
it worked
going.
for Matt.
Yeah. Oh, actually worked for all, how many guests have we had on? Actually,
they've
all
won a
those
race.
guests have been selected for Australia for the Olympics, and also they've won races after coming on the potty.
18 of the 19. Definitely.
Something like that.
You okay, Sean?
I think my gut's feeling very poorly.
The Schnitzel didn't go down well.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, let's jump right into it. The main reason we do exist is let's see who's been
Blah, blah.
spinning up the summit and check out the times for the folks who've been giving us a show. It might be the fast ones, the slow ones. It'll be everyone in between, but we will dive into their rides and data a little more robustly. And do we have a handpick? No handpick.
No.
See what has caught Sean's eyes on the leaderboards this week.
Oh, thank you.
Starting with Meg and the fastest man and woman for the week.
So the fastest man, mitosis, with 1312 and 386 watts.
That's a PB.
That is a PB from 1448.
Big PB.
Must have been a big
Sorry, I
tally.
didn't highlight it.
Okay,
but,
that's okay.
I figured that that's like over a minute. So
That's close to my time. He's doing
13,
well.
12.
He
yeah,
is?
Yeah, he's doing well.
just needs to get a 54 on, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
probably do it. Maybe 56.
Yeah. Okay.
And then fastest woman is Chuck Nolan's Castaway friend.
Just a cruisy one up there this week.
2106, 195 watts. So, yeah, just taking it easy. PB of 1845. So, yeah, pretty cruisy. Maybe a few efforts without the whole thing.
Love it. Thank you.
Welcome.
What have I got? I got the men's bracket this week. We didn't have too many people.
I was going to say, how many people actually went up this week? There wouldn't have been a lot.
One moment, please, listeners. Please hold.
197.
197 males.
That's not a lot.
And we might. This is not people that are on private though as well. It's
not us.
just
25.
leaderboard and 25 women.
I did
Wow.
a 21 minute. That's all I had on Thursday night.
Did you? You're not even on the first page, mate.
Nah.
You're not even on the second page.
Well, he's not. It would have been private, so he wouldn't be on there at all.
You're not on there.
Oh, you're a good man. I
am.
like that.
No, he's not.
Anyway, we did, due to the only 197 people, we just did the top men and women of each. So we'll kick off with another Northeast Road neon sign. Did a 1528, and that was on the 28th. What was that? On a Friday. 290 watts, 172 beats per minute. So still working, and his PB's 1431. Next off the ranks, we've got Mumbo number 105, just with a cruisy 1531 yesterday, and 300 watts average. Lovely. Third, we have a no name, but I'm going to go Mr. Fanus. Went with a 1604. Apologies, I don't know his PB, but he did a 1604 with 275 watts. Good work, Mr. Fanus. next off the ranks, we have G or GG or in with a 16-18, no watts, but
reckon?
174 beats per minute.
I reckon.
Yeah, he does have a heart. There you go. And then last but not least, we have Honey Boo Boo with a 16-31, 255 watts, just cruising up there. Wang.
Pass me that over here, please, Sean.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we have the women's bracket. So these are just the fastest.
That's what I said.
Yep, excellent. I didn't know if it was for the women's brackets as well. So, firstly, we have with a time of 21:13, average watts of 198, 168 beats per minute. We have a time of 21:13, which is a
With
PB.
PB, yes.
Very
Congratulations.
good. Well done. So, the fluffer. So, if you do want to change your name, get in contact with us, but I quite like that name. Then we have with a time of 21:21. This person has a PB of 20:06. No data. We have Ginger Ninja. Next, we have with the PB of 19:59. They've rolled out a 21:32. Also no data for this
Yeah,
person.
there's no... It's keeping it real.
Yeasty Distillery. They probably want to get a PB so they can change that name. Then we have, they've got a PB of 1 minute 55. That is flying.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
What happened there, Sean?
Get back to you.
Anyway, they've rolled out a 21:48, also with no data. Not sure what's going on here with the data with the women.
There's just no data.
No data.
Yeah.
We have Morning Fresh. And then lastly, not too far off their PB, a couple of minutes actually. So they've got a PB of 20:43. They've rolled out a 22:09. We've got some heart rate here, 155 beats per minute. We have Fleabag.
Thanks for that, Matthew.
You're welcome. We got no handpicked.
Close to their PB, and then way off.
I read that wrong.
3 days earlier.
Actually, I was speaking to passion fruit flavoured oxy shred today, and
She did on Full Gas yesterday.
that's what I was just going to say. So Full Gas app has Norton Summit there. So
But it's not the right segment.
her and old matey,
New matey.
new matey,
Yeah.
said that he did it also. And I don't know what it's like, so I'd be keen to see
The segment doesn't
a
fit.
connoisseur such as you.
I don't
Wayne.
use Full Gas. I only use Zwift, the number one training platform in the world. But there's the Full Gas segment finishes in a different spot.
Does it?
Yeah, goes further up, like almost to the pub. So
About that much.
yeah,
Okay.
so it's not the right segment. So Full Gas, get your shit together.
This week.
What day?
Yeah, what day? Tell us.
Come on.
Talk to us.
The winds are... No, there's no good winds this week for Norton. They're all easterly, so all headwinds. But on a positive note, it is actually not too much rain this week, so we should be right to actually get out and do some Nortons. If you do get a PB, once again, slide into our DMs.
So what if we were to pick a day
No, they're all headwinds every week, every day this week.
every week,
Yep.
every day,
Every day, every week, every year.
So
No.
any day this week.
any day?
Doesn't matter.
Just get on.
I love it.
They're only light winds, but they're all headwinds this week.
Good. So get out on the bike, peeps.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
Get out, enjoy this weather this week compared to what it was the week just gone.
Yeah. Cool. Thanks, Wang. Oh, actually, is Wang's weather sponsored this week? Or
Yes, by Bikey Wipes as usual. Now, you probably did need them this week if you did actually
I
get
did
out
use
off
them.
off of Zwift.
I did.
Shout out to Susan and Greg for sending me over some more products during the week as well. So some more degreaser wipes and some more frame wipes. What do you mean you got nothing? I bought you in a bag.
Out of all the things he'd crack on, not that I thought that he would crack on the bikey wipes. Wang 10 years.
I bought him, yes, still Wang 10.
Wang
I
10?
bought you a bag. There's a Bikey Wipes bag over there that you can use for
Appreciate
racing.
that. Thank you, Wayne.
You're welcome. Sorry, I only got two, so I didn't bring you one in short.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I actually really do like the bikey wipes. I give myself a little hose down, and then I give the bike a hose down too, and then and then it's great,
Very good. What's happening this week, Kashi?
mates.
Weeks.
Yeah, weeks.
Weeks.
Yeah. We got a couple of things. They did have the XCM today. Shout out to Maxi. I see that he did ride it, so it would have been filthy muddy out there too. Anyway, this week we have the Adelaide Hills Cycling Club on Sunday, the 7th of July. That's the start of the
TT, this one.
start of the hill climb. TT. Are you doing it, Matthew?
Nah, I've got Nate's footy on Sunday.
Okay. So round 1, this is the filthy Canals 2 Blackburn.
It's good for a 54-15.
Oh, is it?
You want to fall over.
So it's the freeway and then some
Yeah.
up that filthy
Then up
climb.
Blackburn, yeah.
Yeah,
You could run the
just-
54 on the freeway part, just not Blackburn.
Swap bikes.
Yeah.
Bike
You
change,
could.
you reckon?
Bike change.
Yeah, bike change.
That's a bloody good idea. Anyway, Wednesday the 3rd of July, Oz Cycling SA are just doing some general track training at Adelaide Superdrome. So I'm assuming that's all shapes, sizes, everyone
Specific.
come along. Yep. And then in a couple of weeks, we've got Adelaide Masters running on Sunday the 14th of July, their Ron Whiteburn Memorial Handicap. I reckon that's at Outer Harbour.
Most likely.
Guaranteed.
Also. Yep. So get
Do they
down
race
there.
anywhere else?
Masters, don't know.
No.
Next, we've got also in a couple of weeks, we've got Cycling SA are doing their Road Development Academy bunch ride on Saturday, the 20th of July. So again, I think that's really cool for juniors to actually learn bunch etiquette, which way to go, all that type of stuff when you're chopping off, and just bunch etiquette in general. It's pretty
Weather
cool.
conditions.
Weather conditions, yep. Very cool. And next up, we've got Inside Line Mountain Bike Club on Sunday, the 14th of July, part of their downhill series. This is round 3 at Mount Torrens, Dazzle Land Push Up Round.
Dazzleland. Does
I have
everyone
no
remember
idea.
Dazzleland?
No, have no idea what that means or does.
Elementary boss.
Well, it's all an entry boss. The
You
world's
grew up here.
greatest.
You would remember
event platform.
Dazzleland.
Sorry. I remember Dazzleland.
At the top of the Myer Centre.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Well, it's not there now.
Yeah.
Used to be a roller coaster at the top of the Myer Centre.
What's that?
Like, goes on the roof. Yeah. Google it
I will Google it.
while you're watching Meg's Reels.
That's multitasking. I don't know whether- Next up, we've got a Mount Gambier a host. Hang on. Mount Gambier Cycling Club on the Saturday, the 6th of July, are hosting a winter track series at Adelaide Superdrome.
That is correct.
Yep.
Okay.
They did do a bit of that.
Okay, cool.
Hence, this is round 2. They did round 1 here as well.
Ah, very good. And then last but not least, we have NCC, weather permitting,
Weather permitting, yeah.
Saturday, the 13th of July, NCC Winter Crit at Vic Park.
They did make a good call in cancelling that yesterday.
Oh, hell yes. I think there was only
Would've been-
5 at Chop too.
Filthy, there was 5 at shop.
Yes. So, yeah, that's a jam-packed couple of weeks. We will be back next week also. It's not an RDO.
Yes, we will.
Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all creatures in between, we would love to thank you, Meg, for coming on the show.
Yes, thank you.
The listeners, if you've enjoyed yourself, please give us a follow through your favourite podcast app or access the episodes through YouTube as well. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon.
Ding.
Don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with everyone.
We're all over the socials, well, Wang is, where we give you updates, info, and let you know when new episodes are out, and along with other podcasts, news and information. Almost had it. And if you want to support the podcast, head over to Buy Me a Coffee page, and we'll do. Oh my
Oh,
god!
my
God.
That one beer cashy, yeah. And if you donate, we will give you a shout out on the podcast next week.
We would love your feedback and to know your thoughts, so hit us up and let's have a chat through our Facebook and Instagram page, or shoot through something on our email, RADelaide@gmail.com.
With
Why am I
that,
asking the joke? 'Cause I
and
don't know
with
the
that,
answer.
no, and with
Answer it.
Okay, and with that, what do you call a wizard who is really bad at football?
Fumble door.
Ah, that is terrible.
ciao, bye.
Bye.